All right, what's up, everybody? I'm Swanky Games, and today I'm going to be taking the time to teach you guys some of Hwoarang's combos, as well as going step by step on how to perform these combos. If at the end of this you found this to be useful, make sure you like and subscribe. I plan on touching up on other characters in the same way, such as Reyna, Safina, Leo, Lars, and many others. So keep a lookout for those if those characters interest you. First of all, I need to apologize to everyone who's been watching my other guides, I guess, recently. Although they are accurate, and I'm sure they're helping some of you, there's some things in them that I may have forgotten to or straight up failed to go into details about. I basically gave you guys the tools and materials you needed, but failed to mention some minor details that I'm sure would make learning those combos a little easier. So that's what I'm hoping to remedy today. Also, keep in mind that this is a beginner starter guide for new players and players looking to get into this character or Tekken in general. So before you start learning Hwoarang's combos, you should first look into a starter guide on how to learn this character. I do plan to make my own starter guide for Hwoarang in the future. I still think it's a little too soon to do that yet, but keep an eye out for that, as that will be coming in the future. Also, for this first bit especially, this will be primarily targeting players that are working on or learning to convert over from modern controls or assisted controls to classic controls. So if you already know some of these combos, or if you already know how to do combos, this beginning part probably won't be for you. Maybe later in the video there might be some things you don't know. I do plan to put timestamps in the description to help you guys navigate through certain sections. But if you are still converting over from assisted controls to classic controls, keep in mind, if you're still not comfortable doing assisted combos, take your time. Do not rush at all. If you don't think you're ready to do the combos yet, come back later. Or like on a later date, or when you're a little bit more comfortable. And don't stress. You're new to arguably one of the hardest fighting games to learn. And if you're not ready to convert yet, just don't feel bad. Take your time, and when you think you're ready to tackle these combos, come back anytime. And regardless, you're not expected to learn all of this in one day or in one sitting. So please take your time, focus on one or two steps here or there during your Tekken journey, and when you need to, or if you're feeling ready for the next step, do not hesitate on coming back to this video for the next steps. Also, I will be speaking in notations. Let me find this one move first. For example, I'll just bring that up right there. I'm just trying to not talk over the music too much. So what this means is I'll be referring to the attacks by numbers. And this is something you're going to run into a lot, especially if you decide to stick with Tekken. These notations are 1, 2, 3, and 4. There is also a notation known as neutral. This is the symbol most recognized by that little star in Hwoarang's moves, in some of Hwoarang's moves. This just means stop pressing anything for a quick second. That's pretty much it. That's all there is to it. We probably aren't going to get into that today, but it's there for, so if it ever does come up, you know what it means. The other notations are as follows. 1 is your left jab or left arm. So left jab or left arm. Depending on what controller you're using, this will be done by either pressing square on the PlayStation or X on the Xbox. 2 is the right jab or right arm. This is done by pressing triangle on the PlayStation or Y on the Xbox. 3 is your left kick or your left leg, and will be done by pressing X on the PlayStation or A on the Xbox. And lastly, but not leastly, 4, which will be done by pressing circle for the PlayStation or B on the Xbox. Often, you'll hear someone or myself say something such as 2 plus 3. All this means is you would press right jab and left kick, so that'd be triangle for PlayStation or Y for Xbox, and X for PlayStation or A for Xbox at the same time, like so. Sometimes adding binds can help mitigate some of the difficulty of pressing multiple buttons at once, which we'll get into shortly. Also, if I say forward, this means towards your opponent. If I say back, this means away from your opponent. So if you end up on the opposite side of your opponent, this flip-flops. So forward would now be what was back before, and back would be now what is forward before. All during this guide, this is entirely assuming that you're on the left side. However, all of this will still apply and be flip-flopped if you end up on the other side, which is going to bring me to a very big point I'll be bringing up in a moment. I'll be starting off with the easiest of the easy combos and slowly working my way up. I'll be going into explicit details on how to go about learning each and every combo and how you can add to them, both to challenge yourself and optimizing your combos. Keep in mind that these combos are also only suggestions and examples. If you like the combos you see and wish to use them for the foreseeable future, that's fine. However, if not, keep in mind that Hwoarang has many combo routes and is one of the few characters that can change his combos around without sacrificing too much damage. But also keep in mind that, like most characters, the harder the combo, usually, the more damage it'll cause. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. The first combo I want to teach you guys is going to be arguably the easiest combo for you to do with Hwoarang, and with the exception of one part, which I'll get into, all of these will work for down forward 2, back 3, and left flamingo stance, up forward 4. And with that out of the way, the first combo is going to look like this. It's very, very easy, very, very simple. But if you're just getting out of modern controls, it might take a moment. So just make sure that you practice this on practice this until you can do this 3 times on both sides. So once you learn how to do it on one side, make sure that you learn to do it on the other. Every single player has a strong side and a weak side, or a side that they prefer to be on and not be on, all the way from beginner to professional. And as you progress, this becomes less of an issue. But it's always good to get a handle on this sooner rather than later. And if you ever watch a Tekken tournament, sometimes you'll notice people will play like a quick game of rock, paper, scissors right before a match. This is exclusively to determine what side they're going to be on, if they both tend to perform or enjoy being on a particular side better. So don't be discouraged if you have an issue with different sides. Everybody has a preferred side, so if you just practice on both sides, it'll help make that a little bit worse. Because you do not want to find yourself in a situation that where like you could do these combos on one side, but then you get on the other side and you draw a blank because everything's flip-flopped. That's why. Got a little off topic there for a second, but the majority of this guide we're going to be building off this combo. So this one. We're going to be building off of that combo. And eventually you should be able to do a combo that looks like this. For example, keep in mind that down forward 2 is the only launcher where you can kind of mash these buttons, like kind of just mash them right away. Back 3 and left flamingo stands up forward 4. If you start mashing 4 right away, you're gonna miss. Oh, maybe not. There it is. That's what I was talking about. As you can see, like some of the hits missed. So this is where like timing might be a little bit of a learning curve. So what I suggest is wait till his body looks like it's about to be about where your head is, and then start mashing 4. Same with up 4. Wait till his body looks like it's about to be where your head is, and then right when you think it's about to be about level with your head, that's when you'll mash 4. And then you'll do the up 4-3, 4-3, also known as the hunting hawk. Now, before we continue, I should ensure that I emphasize that you can bind buttons together. Oh, my bad. And a lot of Hwoarang's combos will require like 3+4 notations. So it might be a solid idea to bind them to a button. So if we take a quick second here, you can see my layout. You do not have to make your controller layout look like mine, just what's comfortable for you. Mine's like this because I do like to play a lot of characters, and this allows me to play all of them with the least amount of difficulty and without having to change my binds often, if ever. But for the sake of this guide, let's just focus on the 3+4, which is what I have highlighted right now. You'll notice mine is set to L2, but most people might prefer not to put this bind on a shoulder button. In fact, some high-level players may discourage this for new players, and it's probably better to set it for like L or R1 for better input consistency, but ultimately it's whatever you're comfortable with. Also, a lot of Hwoarang's combos will consist of forward 3+4 forward, like that, or forward 3+4, like that. Like so. And as many you guys might have noticed when I was showing the bigger combo, and depending on the combo, this will matter. So be sure to practice this as you go. So if you notice this combo earlier, like, so I had to do this so I can do the backlash, and I'll get into that later. But you know, that's something to keep in mind. The next thing is very, very minor. It may not be much of an upgrade, But depending on your level of experience with fighting games in general, this may be a little weird and potentially difficult. So after your launch, so whatever you choose, instead of pressing 4, press forward 4 and then up forward 4. So it'll look like that. This will not only help you to learn to press buttons in quick succession, but will also help you get used to using a move that you'll probably use in most of Hwoarang's B&B combos, all the way to the most difficult of combos. And then you can either just go straight into Hunting Hawk, so which is, you know, this move. So it'll look like this. Or what you can try to do is, if you notice, right now you see Hwoarang's stomach, but after the tornado attack, you see his back. So right now he's actually in a different stance, which has a variety of different moves. But for the sake of this being a combo guide, we're just gonna focus on forward 3. This is the only move we're gonna focus on in this stance for the entirety, or at least for now. There's also this that we'll get into way later today. But for right now, the main one we're focusing on is forward 3. Just like forward 4, this forward 3 out of his right foot forward is an essential tool for a lot, if not even more so than forward 4 for most of Hwoarang's combos. And then after forward 3, you can simply do is up forward 3, forward 3. So basically, you'll do this combo, wait for it to land, and then add the forward 3 in here. So it'll look like this. Not bad. It does take some practice. Like so. You just have to hit forward 3 and then do the Hunting Hawk, up forward 3, forward 3. This will not only help you in the same manner as the last step, adding moves to your combo and whatnot, but also help to learn how to to add moves to your combo. So now you should be able to do this, or if you do take the time to try to learn to add that forward 3 in there, then it'll look like this without dropping it. And I would strongly suggest learning how to do the forward 3. That's my strongest suggestion. But if you can't do it yet, do not stress. Just practice doing that for right now. Just practice doing, this combo for right now. And come back later. It is perfectly fine. That's why I'm breaking this up. So you can always come back and learn later. And again, make sure you practice this on both sides so you can get the most out of it. Like so. Like I said, make sure you can do that 3 times in a row. Now here, we're actually not going to change anything for the first 3 hits. So you're going to do this like normal. But instead, what we're going to change is the ender. So what this helps you do is remember that even though the first part of the combo is the same, you can always change things up. So here, instead of doing up forward 3, forward 3, this time we're going to do up forward 3 plus 4. So that's why I mentioned the binds earlier, into up back 3. This should also help you notice a crucial element. So I'll go ahead and show you. Look like this. So in the previous ender, leaves your opponent close to your feet. Whereas this ender, oh my bad. Really? There you go. Knock them kind of far away. This ender knocks them kind of far away. So some players are going to prefer leaving their opponents near their feet so they can continue pressure, you know, when their opponent tries to get up. But this kind of an ender, this will kind of like give you a sec after the combo. It kind of gives you a second to decide on what you want to do next, while creating little to no threat of your opponent getting up and then hitting you. So this kind of like gives you a second to catch your breath, especially if you're new to it. So keep things like that in mind when debating on how to finish your combos. There's all different kinds of combos and combo enders. And again, this also works if you decide to add that 4-3 in there. Not bad. Holy crap. So 4-3 is, like I said, try to learn to add that in there. Now we're going to practice changing up the middle again. Before we just started with 4-4-4-4. And then we moved on to forward 4, up forward 4. Now what we're going to do is forward 4, up 4-4. So this is gonna, what this does is force you to learn to add that extra hit in, and kind of like you're hitting a direction in the middle of a string, which can be difficult in and of itself. If you try to hold forward, you'll get the other moves. So this one actually forces you to hit up on its own. So it'll look like this. Oh, my bad. Or now, for some reason, I don't know why this does not work for up forward 4. I don't know why. I don't know why. So this is only for down forward 2 and back 3. So if to this point you've been learning to add that forward 3, now what we're gonna do is, if you remember, I also told you to try to learn how to do forward 3+4 forward. Oh, my bad. Forward 3+4 forward, or forward 3+4. This is kind of important. So basically what we're gonna do, we're kind of cheating here a little bit. We're actually gonna do like half of one of the steps. So instead of hitting forward 3+4 forward, you're just gonna hit forward 3+4 and hold forward. Keep a hold of forward. So you'll know you're holding forward and not letting go when he goes back to facing the normal way. If you let go of forward, even if you just like tap it, he won't change back into his stance. So make sure you're holding forward. And you can do this all day without letting go of forward. Same with backwards. But for right now, we're just worried about forward. What I would suggest is maybe practice doing your combo. My bad, not that one. Good crap. And then forward 3+4, and then hold forward. So if you've been practicing that forward 3, then you just gotta learn to hit forward 3+4. Keep holding forward and then hit 3. So it'll look like this. if you look at my command list, I'm not actually letting go of forward at all. So, I would suggest practicing this on both sides. I would just practice doing that on both sides, honestly, because if you can get that, you should be able to get this. Same with yeah, I didn't think so. So this one, because it's actually 4 hits, you have to kind of do a dash in, and then up 4, 3 plus 4 into the up back 3. So because, you know, if you want to practice that, you can. But for the sake of not trying to make things too difficult too soon, we'll just focus on this one. You don't have to do any dashes yet. You don't have to do any anything quite yet. But that also leads me to the next bit, which is so from here, you can't really get past easy without becoming intermediate. So once you learn this combo and you're comfortable with it on both sides, and I'm talking adding in the forward 3 as well, so this whole thing, then what I would suggest is add heat. It's not that it's necessarily important, but so it'll look like this, like so. Not that it's necessarily important, but and the way that works is, like I said, I didn't let go of forward. I hit 4, 3, 1, and then I hit 2 plus 3. So it all looks like this. And from here, you can do forward, forward, 4, and whatever ender you want. The most common one is forward, forward 3. There's also back 3 for a little bit of an easier combo. My favorite one is running 3, which might be a little bit more difficult. I'll explain how to get that in a second. So, hold on. Let me see if I can't find the right timing here. So about right here, if you start mashing forward, once he's done glowing, you just hit 3. Like, you literally can mash forward, and then once he's done glowing, you hit 3 and he'll do a running attack. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like so. As you guys saw, I just mashed forward. My bad. I just mashed forward. But if that's too difficult, do not stress. There's also forward, forward 3, or back 3. Both are still perfectly good options. Like so. Now, the only thing further that you can add here, and this could be considered intermediate. Not so much the combo as it is the ender, but this part can be considered intermediate. So this is like an easy to intermediate combo in and of itself. But what we're basically going to practice here is doing, so at this point, whether you learned forward 3 plus 4 forward or forward 4 3 plus 4, either notation, as long as you can get the dash in and the notation, you can get backlash. And if you've been practicing this and you can get 4-3 consistently, backlash is easy, should be easy. All you gotta do is just do that switch, let go of any direction, which basically means neutral, stop pushing buttons, and then do backlash. This move. As you can see, like, you can see how quickly I kind of do it. My bad. Or not. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Sorry, my cat was messing with me. Anyways. And you're basically going to do the same thing. For this combo, you don't have to dash. You don't have to do anything. Just forward 3 plus 4 and a backlash. So this is why I was like, wanted to show it here. You don't even have to do any kind of a dash yet. You just do this. That works. Once you get comfortable doing this, try to add that dash in. Like just the dash. You don't have to change the heat anything or whatever. Even if you don't see yourself actually dash, just kind of get it. Try to make it muscle memory to always hit forward. So, forward 3 plus forward backlash, forward motion switch backlash, and then dash into heat engaging. Try to make that muscle memory. Practice, 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 practice. On both sides as well. Like so. Just practice, practice. Now, the next bit, so the reason I wanted you guys to learn that is because literally from here, it can only be intermediate or hard. It cannot be easy from here. So if you're not ready for intermediate combos yet, do not go past this point. I mean, you can if you want to like kind of get a grasp on how to go about things, but if you're just not ready and you know you're not ready for this stuff yet, just take your time, come back later. That's fine. So for this next combo, we're actually just gonna kind of just go straight into the B&B that I've been focusing on. I'm gonna show you guys a slightly easy version and then a slightly harder version. And it's not so much that they're super different. It's just one notation that might be a little difficult at first, but once you get it, it's pretty easy. But so the first one's gonna be. And now, Hwoarang is a character that has a lot of dashes in his combos. You're gonna dash a lot. Like in just one regular combo, that's 1 dash, that's 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dashes. So, you know, so he dashes a lot in his combos to get optimal combos. So make sure you guys are practicing your dashing, your forward 3 plus 4 forward, your forward 3 plus 4. Make sure you guys are really practicing those because to optimize Hwoarang, you're gonna need to learn to do those. So next, what we're gonna do, so you're gonna do back 3, Then you're gonna do forward 4, remember this move, and then back 3. Then you're gonna have to do a dash, and then you're gonna do up forward 3 plus 4 and hold forward. And you're gonna hit up forward 4. From here, you have a lot of options. I'm gonna show you one option that actually is different because it's not a change you would think. So right there, you guys notice that the last hit of Hunting Hawk missed. And that's because, I don't know why, but after 7 hits, so if the first hit of your Hunting Hawk is the 8th hit, the last hit will not connect. There's actually a few rare instances where it's sooner, but most of the time it's 8 hits. It's that 8th hit. So 6 or 7 hits seem to be Hwoarang's magic number. So if you actually decide not to add that 4-3, you can actually do the Hunting Hawk just fine. And then it'll hit. But you are missing out on damage. If that's the combo you want to do, that is fine. But if you want to get actual damage, oh my bad. You're gonna want to do this. Which isn't too difficult. I mean, there's other options as well. If I can do them today. Sorry guys, I'm used to the other combo. You do that as well. I prefer the other combo because it leaves them at my feet. And if I'm doing something like that, I would prefer them to be at my feet. If I want them further away, I'd rather go for a different option that's more damaging. But that's a whole different thing. So if you want to do that combo, you'll do the first 2 hits of the Hunting Hawk, like so. And as you can see, he has his right foot in the air. So from here, you're just gonna hit up, forward, and 3. So it'll look like this. Nothing else to it. Now and that's pretty much it. From here, you have all the same options as before, including this. So once you get that down, what I would suggest is learning a different ender. So I would say Hwoarang has 3 main enders you can do for any combo 6 to 7 hits. My bad. That's one of them. I actually like that one because it sends them flying across the screen. You can really like make them pay if they like keep going backwards. There's also that option. I didn't mean to do that one just yet. But this one, it leaves them at your feet, which is really, really nice. So if they get up and try to attack, you can maybe do a back 3 to get damage on them again. And then this one, which it kind of resets to neutral, but is slightly more damaging. Oh, my bad. It's like I said, it's not a whole lot. It's 1 damage, but it's the damaging of the few. I think I did the wrong damn combo. I should also be 71. So literally, the only difference between those combos and this combo is 1 damage, but it's style points as well. Because you know, being able to do that. And that can be tricky, and which is actually something we're going to be learning, which if you learn how to do this, you pretty much should already be able to do up back 3. It's just instead of hitting 2 plus 3, you'll just dash in and do up back 3. You do have to do that dash. I want to say, so yeah, 3 hits or less, or 4 hits or less, my fault. So that would be doable, and you don't have to hit forward or anything, but anything more than that, and you do have to like do a dash, so make sure you are, you know, so practice that. And once you get this down, the only thing really left to do is to add the 4-3 that you guys keep seeing me do without thinking, because it's the combo I usually do. This one. So basically the only difference here is that instead of running up and doing up 4, 3 plus 4, you're gonna run up, stop pushing a button, and hit 4, 3. And right after you hit the 3, you're gonna hit forward. It's gonna cancel the second kick, and he's gonna go into left flamingo. And then you're gonna do up 4, 3 plus 4. And all that this is meant for is to add that extra hit in, which adds more damage. So, let me show you. So I think the other one did what, 71 damage? Not bad. That one does 71. So just by adding this little kick in, you get 4 extra points of damage. So it's nice. And it's not less consistent. That goes for all these options. Not bad. It's not, you know, it's all the same. The only thing is if you do the Hunting Hawk version, you won't be able to do, you can still do the up 4, the 4-3, but you have to be like right up on their butt. And then even if you get it, then the follow-up might miss. Sometimes it hits and sometimes it doesn't. I'm not really sure what the timing is here. Not bad. As you can see, because I looked like I was pretty close, but I wasn't quite there yet. But as you can see, that time I did get it at 75. That is probably the one combo that you probably aren't gonna do. Because alternatively, you could do it without Hunting Hawk at all. Or you could do just this part, but then you sacrifice damage. And that's actually less damage than the other version. So you're not going to opt to do less damage out of a harder combo, in my opinion. At least I wouldn't. So that's just me. But once you got that, that's pretty much, if you can get this combo, you can get any of these combos. You pretty much have the building blocks to do everything you want to do and then some. There is one more thing I want to show you, and that's actually out of heat. So assuming you go into heat, what you're going to do is you're going to hit forward 3, and then you're going to hit forward 3 again. So you get forward 3 and then forward 3 again. You're going to hold forward. And this is going to cause that dash. This is going to cause a lot more damage than that forward 4 we've been doing. So it'll look like this. Oh, my bad. You get a lot more damage. So that's really, really good. And the last thing, but not least thing, is so once you're able to get this, you can try to add stuff like that in there. Now, I want to say it's 10 hits. I think at 10 hits, they start being too far. There is one exception from a slightly harder combo. See if I can't get this. This might be too much right now. Give me a couple more tries here. There's something like this that gets you like 103 damage. Or not. So like you can see I have 11 hits here. You can see that missed, but if you wait like a split second, just the smallest second, come on. Alright, let's check this out real quick. You wait for like that split second, you'll actually hit. And that's one of those rare instances where it is possible, but it's just extremely inconsistent. Unless you really know what you're doing, I wouldn't suggest something like that. But for this particular combo that I was showing you guys, it's actually not the worst thing to do. You can just match it right away, and you can get actually quite a bit of damage for this. I think it's like 98 or 96. 96. This is really, really good. Off of a back three. So if you follow this guide and you take things step by step, take them very, very slow, take them day by day, do not stress, do not rush. If you take this day by day and you take the time to really learn Hwoarang's combos the way that I just showed you guys, you can do these combos or do better combos, maybe. That depends on you. But I do hope that this helped you guys out. I do hope that this breakdown did the other guides I did a little bit more justice, because I feel like I definitely broke things down a little bit more this time, and we built up to the bigger combos. So for some people, you might be able to skip a step or two, and that's great. Other people, it might take you a little bit of time, step by step by step, and that is also fine. Do not rush. Everybody progresses at their own pace. So please, please, please do not get discouraged if something seems a little too difficult at first. It just means that you need to take a little bit more time. Oh, geez, sorry guys. I'm like sniffling all over the place. Anywho, so please take your time. Coming up in the relative future, like I said, I do plan to be teaching or showing you guys some combos with the other characters as well. I wanted to do Hwoarang first because he's my main character, and I wanted to do him a little bit more justice. Like I said, especially after the last few attempts I made. They're not going to go anywhere. I'm going to keep them there. But if ever one of those seems like they're a little bit like something might be missing, hopefully this remedies that. But in any event, like I said, I hope this taught you guys something. I hope this helped you guys out in some way. Let me know if it did, or if there's something I could have done better. If this does help you guys out, let me know if this, like, I genuinely want to know if this helps you out. Because if it does, I will definitely put out more combo videos or like more combo guides, especially like with his other combos or launchers too. Um, with that being said, I think that I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. So, thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Um, like I mentioned in the beginning, if you like this, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. If this helped you out or whatever, let me know. Comment. Let me know. And subscribe so you guys don't miss out on other characters. No. And if you guys ever see me on, I do like to stream like once or twice a week. I'll just hop on ranked or quick match and just BS, hang out. Shit talking is very encouraged, friendly shit talking. So don't be talking about my mother or anything like that. You know, yo mama jokes are fine, but like, you guys know what I mean when I say like don't cross a certain line. You know, shit talking is very much encouraged though. I love shit talking. I love hanging out, pretending like I think I'm better than people. I like it when other people get a little cocky on me. I think it's fun. You know, this is a fighting game. You're supposed to. If you guys want to get in some Tekken Ball, I wouldn't mind getting in some Tekken Ball. You guys, comment down below if you guys want to get together and get in some GGs. I have no problem making that attempt. I might not be able to cater to everyone, but I will do what I can. And with that ran out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. So, thank you guys for joining me, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Happy gaming and peace.